Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Kerbal's Space Program here on the Beverage Games YouTube channel. My name is Smitty6166, and last time, if you remember, or for those of you who didn't, go back and watch it. It was a fairly short, awesome video. We managed to get a satellite into space. As you can see there, Sat-1 is now orbiting the... Which way is it going, actually? Is it coming in or out? Yeah, it's coming into it. So it's slowly catching up with the dawn. Now, one thing I wouldn't mind doing today is getting a satellite to Mun, and then that way we'll have a orbit, or sort of like a probe, going around the moon so we know what is going on. So without further ado, cue the music, and we shall build this. Now, of course, I can't use the AC music because that's under copyright, and people tend to get a bit offended when you use their music in a sort of comical manner. When you have companies like the BBC and long-standing establishments can get away with such things. But hey, there you go, that's the roll of the dice. So we shall begin this construction with the sort of probe segment, if you will. Now this will be the one that will go around the moon and stay in orbit at all times, if you're following me. So this will be the bit that will act as like our guidance, so we know how fast we're going when we get there, and other such wonderful things. There we go. That nope, game, behave for just 5 seconds. There, okay, finally got that into place. Now last time I used these solar panels here, these 2x3s and 1x6 ones, which are pretty cool, but one I really want to try are these ones. These are absolutely huge. They weigh considerably more than these ones by a long shot, but their power output is 9 times better. So I just want to give them a try for this, and considering how far away we're going to be anyway, it kind of makes sense. We're going to be needing that amount of power to sort of reach orbit. Well, not reach orbit, but to sustain orbit. Because one thing I actually want to do on this one is... it's too small. Why can't there be a big xenon container to attach those onto? But yeah, I actually wanted to have a actual proper space probe. Maybe next time actually we'll do that. Stay on track. For now we must get a rocket around the Mun. And that is absolutely huge. There we go. Diddy bit, big bit. See, it works. It's about the right size and be plenty of fuel. Actually, if I remember in here there is... Where is it? That's... No. Yeah, that must be the one. Yeah. There we go. Now it's a bit more streamlined. Now it shouldn't horrifically fall apart when we hit space. But just to make sure, space duct tape. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. It looks like a rocket already. Now, which one is going to be better in space? Now, that produces a lot of power. But produces less ISP in a vacuum. Let's go with this Blue Legend. That should be enough really to keep us, well, get us to the moon and then help us achieve an orbit. Fingers crossed. The next stage will be put on our decoupler, so that's stage 1. This is the core. So now we need to work on stage 2, which would be just one of these with a skipper. Right, thinking about it, we'll have advanced SAS, the large RCS tank, so we're going to need it to help us adjust ourselves. So once we get into space, there's a lot of mass to move. And sadly, Newton's laws of physics say, well, screw you if you're trying to move around in deep space. So anyway, that is going to be our second stage. And then, oops, I need that structural tab anyway because I want to click that onto there. It's already looking rather huge. But we're going to need all this just to get into space. And then lastly, I double one of these with one of those to bug out the mainsail problem. Oh dear god, that is so large. I can see it all just collapsing in on itself as soon as we go to take off. I really can. Part of me is actually dreading launching this now. I actually don't think we need all this really at the bottom. Nor do we need that. Might be just fine with that top bit. Thinking about it. Might go for double the amount of solid rocket boost. Yeah, actually, let's go for that. So we'll clonk on our mainsail. This will actually be the launcher pod that gets us into space. And then, where is it? Structural. Don't know if we're going to have room for 8, but we'll give it a shot. Just enough room for 8. That's going to explode horribly once it's in space. Oh dear lord. What have I done? I created a monster rocket. There was just no way in all of creation this should work. But hey, we'll give it a shot. I mean, to be honest, once we get into space, this should all take over and it should do fairly alright. So, let's name this vessel Mun Probe 1. I might as well make it the Mark 1, because I have a feeling we might go through several iterations of this design. Okay, save it, launch it. And clear the debris, also known as the struts from Sat 1. Okay. Swap over control groups 3 and 4. Activate SAS. Fire. Go! Wow, that's a lot of speed. That is a lot of speed and a lot of G's. I don't think we're going to make it, to be honest, folks. Although, I'm not doing too bad. It's a little wobbly. It's only a little bit wobbly. Should be fine though. I'm breaking the sound barrier several times over. At least I hope we're breaking the sound barrier. Dump the solid fuel boosters. Do our flight adjustment. Lock in the SAS. And proceed to the moon. Which I think we're probably not going to hit, because I got our orbit all messed up. Actually, we might be alright. No, I'm sure we'll be fine. This is gonna work. This will be fine. Ish. I wish I'd gone the other way, but... Oh, there you go. Oh. Christ almighty, we're out of control. But we are in orbit. Spam the SAS. Control the spin. Great. I've got RCS, but no actual RCS modules for which to control the ship with. Brilliant planning. Okay, so now we're stuck in space. Now all we need to do is hit the moon. How hard could that be? How hard can it be? After all, it's not rocket science. Famous last words. Oh, come on. Game, don't do this to me. No. No. We lost all hope of hitting the moon. So I'm going to try that again. We will reach the moon in this episode. I will not rest. I will forgo having my breakfast because at the time of recording it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's try this again. Launch! We have cleared the tower and are achieving humongous amount of G-forces. Ooh, lordy. Okay, so remember, we need to aim for that 90-degree mark. I don't know why I pointed out with Monty, you can't see it. So I'll really attempt that with the customer. We need to aim for this. Dang, that's a lot of thrust from those rockets. It's actually doing really well. It's a shame we're spinning. Oh, holy heck. No, 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 no. Hold it. Yes. No. Down. Just perfect! Aha! We've done it! We've done it, Gromit! Woohoo! Oh man, I actually miss watching Wallace and Gromit now. I'll find it later on. Take a break once we hit the moon and I'll watch Grand Day Out. No, 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 crud. And now we're stuck floating through space. Okay, right. Okay. Okay. We're good, right. Expand the orbit. Expand the orbit. Expand the orbit. We are actually too far away from... Oh, hello. Did we get it then? Yes! Perfect! Right. We'll be able to catch up to the moon. Hopefully. No. The SAS is damaged. We have to do this manually. Oh, there's no way in hell we're going to make that node. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a failed attempt and it's been an absolute honour. Who the heck was that outside? Crazy people. Oh well. There we go. If we keep that up, we should be able to achieve a lunar orbit. I hope. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. How is that really off cat surge? That's really annoying. I can hear that through the window, through my headphones. That's really loud. Must be someone on some sort of megaphone. Anyway. Okay, circular orbit has now been achieved. So I hope it has. Nope, only mildly, but that's fine. We can work with this. We just need to find the better point of contact with the moon. No. Yes! Perfect. Right. So that we've got ages as well to hit this node because of all our extended flight time. But we might run out of fuel when we get there, which would be really bad. Something I don't want to do. I've only got half a tank as well. Yeah. This, I think, is going to be a long video. Although, that being said, we now have achieved an orbit that will get us close to the moon. Now what we can actually do is stand these panels out, so when we get around to here we can adjust ourselves in a bit more of a controlled manner. Whoop. Perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is find that point, and then what we can do is we can edit ourselves to hit that point on the moon. Be a lot easier with SAS, not SAS, RCS, but yeah, come on. Find that node and lock on target. No, that is not locking on target, SAS, come on. Yeah, I'm overcompensating, overcompensating. Hold it. Hold it, hold that point, match the speed. Okay. So we can actually get rid of that maneuver now, and as you can see, what will happen is we'll encounter the moon in 20 hours, and we'll leave it at 21 hours. So we have, what? Just shy of an hour window to fully adjust our orbit. So that's one thing we are going to do. So we're going to swing ourselves around to this point here, and then we need to adjust ourselves as we come around to the moon. Look at that time skip. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we now have a lunar orbit to edit. Okay. So now comes the fun bit. Trying to as I was saying, trying to swing this around. Oh crud, I think we're actually stuck. Yeah, there's going to be no way to save this. We have no means of which to edit the lunar orbit. Oh wait, yes! We had it briefly. We might have been a bit too close to the lunar surface, but I think we might have it. No. No. Oh, come on. I know it's there. The opportunity is there. We just got to swing it round in the right direction. Ah, crud. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, we'll swing that round to there, and then we'll adjust ourselves once we get to the parapsis. Now what we should be able to do is even out our orbit, hopefully. As we spend our days drifting through space. Look at that, there she is. There is the moon. Okay, so if we do a maneuver here. Oh, look at that. So there we go, we know what we need to do now to achieve lunar orbit. We need to wait for the parapsis and then fire into it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Just move the parapsis marker. Like that. Okay. Spaceflight, how hard can it be? Well, very apparently. Okay. So we'll lock our SAS onto that point there. How long to be here? So 59 minutes. And there we go! Orbit is achieved! Woohoo! After like 16 attempts, we've managed to do it. So as always, to commemorate, extend the panels, deploy the antennae. No, come on, no. Gosh darn it, stop it! Shut down that engine. There she is, ladies and gents. Lunar Probe 1 is now in orbit. So there we go, we managed to get a probe to the moon now. Now we shall attempt the hardest part. Getting a probe to land on the moon. I know it sounds easy, but it's quite difficult. So until next time, fellow Kerbals and people that watch this video, I will see you next time. Bye bye.